Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Denez the Human, and welcome to this, the America's Rebel campaign. We are finally here. We're on Medieval 2's great DLC once again. We played the Cowboy Union before, but it's time to have a go as the Rebels. Now, of course, there isn't a map set for this, but there are a good chunk of Rebel settlements around the map. And this is an intriguing one because, of course, we have the likes of New Spain, the English colonies, and New France to take on, and those could really be the problem. I'm not so concerned about the rest, but in time, these guys are going to cause a lot of problems indeed. If you want to play as these two chaps here, England and France, I do have little links to making them moddable. But today, of course, we're going to be focusing on the Rebels. Very hard, and I don't think we need to worry about any of the old introduction there. So as we head into the campaign then, we can see here that we've got, well, what looks like a very sizable chunk of the map. Of course, it's well worth bearing in mind there's a huge amount of cities here in the central part of the map, and they're going to cause us quite a few problems. The likes of Chololan over here in the centre are not going to last very long at all. So what is my plan for this campaign? Well, my plan is basically to try and take out everyone who's not France, Spain and England without too many problems, because hopefully then we'll just have sheer numbers to take out the old world peoples, because I suspect we're going to have problems with them. I've done a tiny bit of research before this, and pretty much I can't really hire any troops at all around the map. Now, of course, my Medieval 2 Rebels campaign, that was pretty much the case there anyway, because I had no money, the economy is much worse. But when I have a bull court, that is when I can finally train some troops. There's some Eagle Warriors here, 2 turns though. Yeah, that's about all I'm going to get out in the early rounds of this campaign. And then I'm going to have no money, and we're pretty much going to have to run with whatever we have. So, probably key for us is to take out some enemy factions ASAP. So, of course, this corner of the map down here is pretty much entirely as. We've got a few different plans for how to take out enemies. Now, the mines have, I think, 4 cities over here. So, we have plenty to take them on. But I think let's start our plans up in the north here. Let's just start by pretty much disbanding them. They can't really get anywhere from New California, can they? So, we'll just have to leave those chaps down there. Now, of course, we have ourselves the Apache up in the north here, and we have plenty of troops, as you might well think, to take them out. Indeed, what I'm pretty much going to do is grab all of my forces and send them off in this direction. And indeed, that should mean that, well, we'll ignore France, of course. French will turn up here before too long, but we won't worry about that for now. I won't worry about that. We might later on try and hold them here on the Mississippi. I don't know. We'll just see where our forces are when the French arrive and see what we can do about all of that. So for now, we'll just get all of our troops over here wandering off. As I say, we have no money, really. We're not going to have money, so I'm not going to worry about these using up our coffers, because the coffers won't last long at all. What we will do, of course, is pick a couple of towns where we can train some troops and just build as much as we can, train as many as we can there. So, with all these guys moving off in the direction of the Comanche camp, that means to figure out what we're going to do, because the Apaches are just one town. Now, of course, with only one town, we should be able to outmaneuver them if we're sensible about it. So, what we need to do, I think, is grab our forces in these towns and get them to sort of bring them together. I'm going to get these guys to join the lads from Tongva. Yeah, the Pitic chaps can do that. The Navajoa. I honestly, I'm going to make this very clear now. I'm not going to know how to pronounce a lot of these names. At times there, I've just reverted back to my Spanish, basically, with the sound. I might well do that at times. So I'll do my best pronunciations. It might well be that I've renamed towns as we go along, because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes there's inspiration for the names. But Chihuahua, I didn't know how to pronounce that one, or at least how are we do in modern English. Anyway, Chihuahua over here is likely to fall. But what I do want to do is probably grab some of my troops in this direction in the first place. So we're going to try and gather all these forces together over here, somewhere in the border of Chihuahua, because that will come under attack from the Apaches. What we want to do is gather these forces in the north here and try and send them around the north. There is a river up here to their lands. We're going to try and sneak around them. Same over here with Koalua. We're going to grab those troops and we're going to join up with the Comanche pad. Dude, that's the Comanche, not camp, but the pad already. That one's been renamed. There we are. Nice little pad for our bachelors to hang out. These guys won't ever get here in time to kill the Apaches, I don't think. But at least we have a full stack. We should be able to do something. Let's go over to that river there. Do something to attack from the east. So, we have a force in the north, a force in the south, and a force in the east. That hopefully will be enough to deal with the Apaches. As for the next selection of peoples, is it Tlaxcala down here? They're going to be slightly more problematic. Yes, I'm not really sure how we're going to deal with all of this stuff around here. Now, my plan, he says a plan as if he actually has any kind of a plan. My plan is to try and hold out in Ocotlan. God, the pronunciation is going to be a problem. The town of Octopus, because I'm going to struggle with that. In fact, we'll just rename it Pulpo in that case. So the good old town of Pulpo, seeing as this will be Spanish eventually anyway, judging by how well I suspect this might well go. We'll do that. Now, let's just stick to one area at a time. We're going to try and reinforce this, and the same with Tekaman over here. We'll just get these guys hiding in the forest and we'll hang out there. Honestly, if we can't do anything to hold it, we might as well, I guess, burn down 2 buildings. Palace and dirt roads. Honestly, we don't want the palace. And we can't even add to the recruitment list. There's only 1 unit there. Is that the only unit we're going to train the entire game? I suspect it is, you know. Okay, so these are just going to try and hold out in Pulpo. That's pretty much the plan there. As for Kutemok, yes, we're going to send these guys north towards the town of Aguapalm. There we are. So, good old town of Water Palm Camp. We will rename that as we go along. The good old town of Water Palm. We'll try. I don't think we'll be able to necessarily be able to hold out. We'll see what goes on there. We'll just gather those 2 forces in that part of the world. Maybe we'll gather at the Rio Grande. That might be a better idea. We will see about that. Do we have a useless unit to send out? Yeah, you're pretty trash. We'll send you as a scout. Lovely. We can withdraw on Medieval 2, so as long as the movement points, we should be okay. Let's gather at the Rio Grande. That feels like a sensible place to withdraw. Although, you know what, we'll go to the Water Palm for now, but we'll just keep an eye out. So we've got a general, we can't lay any watchtowers, and we'll probably never have the money for that anyway. Oh well. Okay, so as you might imagine, I don't feel as confident with this one as I sometimes do. Normally Rebel campaigns I feel like I've got a plan. This time, not so much. And I don't know this map quite so well. It's been a while since I'd played this properly. I did a bit of research on this, probably 6 months ago now. It's been a while that I've been planning to get around to this series, but yeah, between all the family stuff and everything else, I don't know. Life has got in the way, so we haven't really got around to it. So we'll go for our forces at Cholola, and they are doomed. So we'll run over in this direction now. We could attack Tixla. Oh, I don't know. I can't even rename this one because I don't have it. Yeah, I suspect they can have enough to get around and cause us problems. So perhaps the forces at Tulakan can stay there actually. Because ideally, this is Tlaxcala, I think, isn't it? Yeah, ideally these guys will come and attack these 2 and we can kind of whittle them down a little bit. And hopefully these 2 foot... Can you get around? We might have to go through the... We might actually have to go through the town. I'm not sure we can... Yeah, we might have to go through the town. I see him. Apparently we are attacking the town. We're attacking the town. Marvellous. Okay, we're going to have to do that, I think, just to... Yeah, just to actually get this army out of there. So we're going to try that. And Tolakan can just stay in there for the moment to hopefully bait in a unit here or there. We're just going to send some native archers out as a little bit of a scout. Okay, can't see anything yet, but they'll be coming before too long. So the middle of the map is pretty much going to be lost. I'm fairly resigned to that. But yeah, a bit like the Apaches in the north, I reckon the Mayans... While the Mayans do have a lot more, I reckon we have a good chance of taking them out. So, over here in Shalanko. I'm going to go with that. We're going to send these guys over here. They can reinforce. They should just be able to like hold off any threat of an attack. We're going to flee from that town, and we're going to send. Ooh, actually, is it worth trying to hold around here, just so that whilst we're attacking them, I don't think we need all these forces. Yeah, you know what? That isn't the worst idea in the world. We've got plenty of archers. Yes. Okay. I'll tell you what. Send some of the Eagle Warriors over towards that town. How many spaces do we have? 4 more after that. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll grab some of those. You guys all head over there. You reinforce that, and then the rest of you... Yeah, the rest of you can come up over here. And we are, of course, going to go take out the Mayans. Yay! Okay, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So there's one town down here, and then there's Chicken Pizza and the other 2 up at the top. So we'll deal with those in time. Grab these forces, swing them over here. Okay, no need to worry about this. The English will arrive eventually, but I think that's still... I can't remember the turn. I have to watch my old guide to remember. I think it's like 60 turns in, so... Judging by the other Medieval 2 campaign and the Rebels, we should largely be done by that point. And it might be a bit like the Temurids where we're ready for them. I must remember about that, though, because that could be problematic if I forget. So, these guys over here, you're going to defend that town. You're going to come in that direction. Okay, that's fine by me. I'm not going to get in the way of the Spanish too much. Yeah, you come over here. We'll gather our forces together. And very soon we'll be able to take on the Mayans. I don't want to send these armies out just yet, but we'll work out what we're going to do. I'd probably like a full stack in Chetumal just to try and hold, actually. What we've got? We've got some Hornet Throwers. Very nice indeed. Yeah, probably just a few more infantry would be a good idea over in Chetumal. And 3 more units. There we are. Fine. We've got that full stack over there. And the rest can turn up to Altonha. Right, if they all head over there, then we should be absolutely, potentially in with a chance. Okay, that's pretty much into the first turn. That's pretty much our scheme in place. So I want to save up before the game does some stupid crashing. I'm too used to Rome Remastered crashing on me at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to save this up and we'll see what the end turn has in store. Unsurprisingly, Trelawney will immediately fall. No surprise there, but not a lot else actually. Interesting. Okay, so there's Hyapen, who's going to come and take out Tolokan. What's his movement like? There are no calves, so they're not going to make it all the way. Okay. Well, I think, to be honest, that tells us what we need to, which is that we need to run away. This guy's stuck, so we're going to have to immediately have a battle over there. I guess you're going to put it under siege. They're going to come in a minute. The problem is, because we haven't actually done anything over here to distract them, they're immediately going to come and attack us over here, aren't they? I think that's what's about to happen. Okay, well, we'll do the best we can in that part of the world. How are the Apaches doing? Are they in sight yet? I can't see them, but they are probably in this general direction. So we'll just continue to get our forces together. No sign yet. We'll just send some of these trash lads forward. No sign yet. Okay, that's probably for the best. So you guys get into the trees on the borders of their land. That's nice because we've got decent enough vision there. You just wander a little bit closer to the border. Yeah, just slightly annoy them. Just stand on their land. I'm sure the game is cheating anyway and they can see where I am at all times. I'm pretty sure I've proved that's pretty much the case on previous iterations of this. We'll just keep moving over to the pad over there and all will be absolutely fine. Okay, let's just get into that first battle over here because I think that's what we need to do. I'm not sure they want to. Oh, they do. Mad, mad, mad fools. Okay, Aztec warriors, Aztec archers, and some jaguars. Well, we can just shoot them down. Lovely. Let's get into battle. I really don't know these troops very well, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. Normally I play these games very much knowing them inside out, but the America's campaign, not quite so much. Let's head in. Straight into battle then, and of course it is a river crossing, so we theoretically would be shooting them down, but I don't know where they are right now. They're wandering according to my map here. Are they coming? What is... they're wandering through the tidal waves. This is amazing. Oh, there they are. We can see them through the water. Okay, they are coming in this direction at this point, which is interesting. Probably should have crossed this river while we had the chance. Are you going to drown in the water? This campaign is starting in interesting fashion. The new world, full of wonders. This wasn't one I was expecting. Anyway, that aside, not quite sure what's going on with the graphics right now. Don't know if that was always a thing. I don't remember this being a thing. Anyway, is this guy going to drown? Wow, they're... Okay. They are semi-aquatic, it turns out. It turns out they are semi-aquatic. But they're also most likely going to die very, very soon. So. Let's go and get our archers up towards the frontier. Come on, lads. Anytime. Anytime. Okay. I'm just going to tell them to come here and we'll just see what happens. As you might expect, we're having a little bit of a skirmish with their archers. A few losses here or there, but overall, with 3 units, we were always going to slaughter them. At this point, you might as well start shooting the Aztec warriors, who you could do with going down. Pick them off just a little bit. Start switching around just randomly, just to keep them on their toes. And yeah, in time, I suspect we'll have whittled them down enough. We'll just do a big crossing and smash them to pieces. With the archers out of arrows, then it's time for the arrow throwers instead. They can throw in whatever javelins they've got, see what damage they can do. They're looking rather beautiful, aren't they? Dashing in their purple and slightly peachy. There we are. The sun god smiles upon us in spite of the fact that the sun is nowhere to be seen. But hey-ho, it's going okay. We're slowly whittling down. A little bit worried that we haven't actually taken out the Jaguars, who, of course, are the stronger unit. But we'll just see where the battle takes us. Sadly, then one archer has managed to take out 1 or 2 of our lads, which is a bit of a shame. But I think at this point it's time to send in all the infantry for one big charge. No? Apparently they don't want to do it. Run over here. No, that's just one lad. Why they... Come on, over here. Anytime. No. This campaign is going really well. These are true anarchists, aren't they? The truest of all the rebels. Fine, should we do this one by one? Because I'll be honest, these arrow warriors were a little bit fiddly as well. So let's get the eagles in. Come on, lads. Get yourself forward. There we go, one by one. Now they've got the idea. Sheer numbers hopefully will be enough to break them. There we go. He's down. Oh, paddled to death. Lovely. That was slightly more complicated than it ever needed to be. Between the weird Lake of Doom and yeah, which what is even going on here? Okay, hopefully the game figures out whatever graphical glitches this is, but we have managed to win with fairly small losses, and chasing people down is going to be a tedious task without cavalry. I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to get on this game, sadly. So there we are. But at least an opening victory for us. And with that, the path to path to freedom. I'll be honest, these guys probably aren't going to get freedom. But they are going to try and smash down this city, which is something, I suppose. These guys aren't going to be in a position to reinforce, so they're pretty much going to die. Lovely. Okay, a convert to our cause. Marvellous. I don't see the convert. Where is... Okay, the convert's already dead. That went well for us, didn't it? Yes, indeed it did. So. Bilbo is now full with a full stack, although it's probably well worth trying to even vaguely organise what we've got. So we've got a few of those chaps. We have a few Eagle Warriors, Marvellous. We have a couple Jaguar Warriors. That's good to see as well. And is that pretty much it for infantry? Now we've got some of these guys, so I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, but they're very, very good indeed. Yeah, we have some of those Raider chaps. Lovely. And the rest are all kind of arrowy so-and-sos. Fine. Now, Pulpo. It is completely full up now, but we do have some reinforcements there. If and when we need, when we need them, of course it will be a matter of when. Okay, well that part of the world looks fairly well tied up at this point. The Spanish are already behind our lines, which isn't really what I wanted to see. Can the Spanish royally sod off? I don't know why it's telling me I can... Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to go this way. This way looks absolutely lovely, if I'm honest. It's a beautiful, beautiful path this time of year. So we'll worry about the Spanish, hopefully much later, but we'll see. So, can we see the town? Not quite. I don't get too close at this point because I don't quite know what I've got to deal with. But we did plenty of forces gathering together slowly and surely. This is going to be a full stack over here at Yaxchilan. So between that and here, we should have 2 full stacks to take on here. Chetamal and Jikalanko can try and hold on. But I don't think we've got any more moves for this turn, really, do we? So I guess we'll just see where the end turn takes us once again. Interestingly, they haven't attacked us, but they are in the way of the town. So we might have to do a bit of a rush in and hopefully escape. So the Tlaxcalans and New Spain have an alliance. That doesn't really bother me. Bob is ready to upgrade, which... to be fair, if I had money, maybe. Okay, so we've got some rebels who have popped up here. To be fair, these are pretty nice little chaps. Excellent morale, good stamina. Nice bit of choppy. Can't argue with that. But honestly, they're not going to be much more use than scouts at this point, I suspect. We'll try and run. That does give us a better eye, though. Okay, we're looking okay over there at Water Palm. Water Palm looks good. Where are the... There are the Apaches. Okay. So he's begging me to command him. I do find some of... I kind of like the background here, but it seems a bit odd next to the rest of them. Next to the rest of the icons. I see most unit icons are still fairly decent on this, although I do find the town thing sometimes a little bit strange. We can't necessarily find a good example over here, but it is a bit tricky at times to figure out what is actually what. But I suppose don't build an awful lot of them on this. Fine. If they're over here, we're just going to retreat into the town, and we'll just have to try and hold them off. It's not a great force, but it will have to do. Chihuahua still hasn't been attacked, and that's okay actually, because we can just hold these two. You can't hold this at the start. There's no way you can really... Well, maybe you can win one battle, but you're not really going to hold Chihuahua for very long. So that's the only I've already seen. Fine. Yeah, you're not going to hold it very long, but now we should be in a slightly better position. You, sir, continue to move. Okay, there's a quite sizable force right there. I'm going to hide in this forest. They probably know we're there because the game's cheaty like that. But I wouldn't mind trying to outmaneuver them as much as possible. It's pretty much what the plan is. So, yeah, keep moving over to Comanche Pad. And for now, this chap can hide in the forest here. We should be okay in a battle. Actually, since they're probably cheating anyway, let's go down the bridge. On the crossing, I feel fairly confident, actually. We've got a lot of archers, not a huge amount of infantry. In fact, very, very little infantry, actually. So, yeah, minimising the impact zone on a crossing is probably for the best. Fine. At the moment, we're just trying to get the measure of the Apaches, but things are looking pretty good. As for, these are the Chimicheks, or the Chichimecs. Sorry, I always mark up all of that. I've already said enough times that I'm going to mark up all the pronunciations. But, yes, I shall do that indeed. How are we looking? Spain have royally sodded off, for want of a more technical term, back over in this direction, which probably means they're just hiding in a forest, to be honest. But I won't worry about that for the time being. We've now got a full stack over here, which means I'm going to start plodding off in this direction. You, sir, gather with them. Good, good, good. So we should have these 2 forces to go and take out... Yeah, we should have 2 full stacks now to go and take out whatever this city is, or the other 2 hold. Okay, things are somewhat, largely, I guess, going to plan thus far. They're the Spanish. Okay, I thought they might be here. I don't want to draw my swords. I want you to go home. Go home. Okay, yeah, it's just time to head in to this town. And, oh, okay. Do I want these guys to be controlled by the AI? Probably not, actually. I'd very much like them under my control. Now, it does say we can win. I'm not really interested in taking them out. I'm just interested in taking the town. So really, what is the plan? The plan is to get in as quick as possible. It does look like it is actually walled. We do have a ram, so yeah, it is walled. We do need to bear that in mind. Reinforcements are what we need to try and hold off. So, what I could do... Oh, did I get these guys to build rams? Do you have rams? You have a ram. I wish I'd done more than one ram. Okay, you had 3. You can just... If you can distract the army long enough... Yeah, there's no calves. They're not really racing into the town. Okay. I reckon we can do the old smash and grab tactic here. We're going to head in. I'm not... No, I'm going to control that myself. Come on, there's something in battle. Yes. Yes. I don't know how this tick system works. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's head in. I was assuming that the enemy were going to appear, I don't know, around the side, but no, they appeared right behind us just to make life as difficult as possible, so that's slightly irritating. Now, my reinforcements could actually enter the battle. They... Oh, God, they're never... Thank you, game. Thank you so much. They were literally besieging the town, so why are they so far away? Okay, they are not going to be of help, it turns out. So we're probably going to need to rush into this town pretty quick, actually. You guys... Okay, you just get yourself over here. We'll run into position. That's probably for the best. And there's only 2 gates, so as far as I can tell, there's one here and one at the back there. I think it's on the opposite end here. They actually get double towers. Very nice indeed. Oh, they're coming out. They're coming out. That's unexpected. Well, that's awfully convenient because all of my men are right here. Yeah, right. All men just get in then in that case. Although they are doing that annoying thing where, because they're, yeah, we kind of have to put the ram down. Okay, charge in, charge in, charge in. The gate's now open. That's good. We're just gonna plow into them best we can. You got what? No, like all infantry. All infantry. Just get in. That's going to include some of the others anyway. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They're fighting. They're only spearmen. They're going to hack down eventually, and then we can go and take the plaza. I think we'll be okay. Probably. Yeah, you don't need to worry, actually. You're absolutely fine. Yeah, if they could keep these towers on, they could cause us a lot of problems. But yeah, sheer numbers is hopefully going to break this guy. They are not quick enough to get in here. They've... Actually, this is perfect. Albeit we've left a ram here to destroy the gate, but they've come out, which means that the gate is not going to be smashed up. So we can just lock them out. We don't even need to actually hold the gate, really, do we? Oh, this is just absolutely marvellous. Right, all missiles, get yourselves over here. Missiles, run into a position to defend. And all infantry, just push forward now. Just push through them. That should break them anyway. That normally does at this point. Okay, this is probably going to work out slightly better than I thought it was going to. There we go. We've ran through them. And that should be the break. That's the break. That almost always works. What a glorious, glorious tactic. Ooh, I like your little palacey thing over here. Fine. At this point then, run everyone in. That'd be perfect. And all missiles, you've run in as well. We want to get these gates shut. Now, of course, they can get to the back gate. That's going to take them so long. It's ridiculous. You've just got to go and finish off the plaza. That's your job at this stage. So, it says it's their gate, which really it shouldn't be, but maybe we're going to need to hold it. I don't quite know how this is going to run just yet. So, get yourselves in that position. Come on. We can't really get an angle here like I want, but we'll just have to move into this position. And you, get over here now. Because apparently we're going to have to hold this, even though we literally do control this gate. There we go, there's the general. It did say the gate was reinforced by the rebels there. But apparently we're going to let them in anyway. Okay, just plow in, and the what are the archers doing? Right, all archers should be over here. And he should really be just using Get! Are they like super impetuous or something? Am I just utter numpty? Okay, all the archers, disable skirmish mode and send the fire in. Go, go, go. We need the timer ticking down, please. Come on. Plow on top of these otter gibbons. We need them demolished right this second. We're starting to break. That's not good. That's not good. Wasn't supposed to get to this point. No, we've got 2.5 minutes to try and hold out. Okay, if enough of you can hold, I think enough of us are going to hold. Why are you routing? Why are you... Oh, they're being flanked. That would explain it. Okay, we are just going to go into guard mode. Special ability none. Go into guard, you're not going to kill anyone, but that's not really what you need to worry about. You just need to hold position for 1.5 minutes. All I'm asking you is 1.5 minutes to hold position, lads. That's all you need to do. Just hold. Oh, for Pete's mahogany table. We might be in trouble with that. Steady. That's really not what we needed when we needed to hold for like 1.5 minutes. Where are my reinforcements? Damn it. Oh, I really don't want them to die, actually, so we'll just send them in that direction. Do you have anyone... We have men in the rear at this point. Send in the men in the rear! We have a minute to hold. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hold. Hold. How are we doing? We're shaken, steady, wavering. Don't like it. But we've got to charge in the rear! And that might just start to distract them for 30 seconds or so. Oh, enable death. Good old Captain Mazatzel. The first great hero of this campaign. First fallen fool, some would say. Okay, you pull out of there because you don't need to die anymore. You don't need to die anymore. And 2, 1, and that's it. And the battle. Cheese is ours. The Great Cheese Quest has given us victory. And with that, we have a city. Probably not enough sacking to give us any money because we're minus 10,000 right now. No. No, no, no. So we'll exterminate it. We'll make it as useless to them as possible. And to be honest, it just felt like a waste, that battle, but we literally had no other way of getting through. Right, on we go. Tikal, not looking overly strong. So I'm just going to head in. And there we go. Okay, they have some men outside, which I wouldn't mind taking them out, actually. Is that a good idea? In the field is better than not in the field. Okay, we can make it there. We can make it there. So, get yourself over to here. And how many more infantry do we have? Alright, we do have a bit, but they're just the basic paddle chaps. So we'll have to see about all of this. There's some experience. They're not too bad. They actually can't begin the siege. Not necessarily the end of the world. Who else do we have? We have native archers. Any more with experience would be preferable. Okay, and then we've got a couple hornet throwers at the end there. Not too shabby, not too shabby as a secondary force. Okay, do we want to do this like this? The AI is terrible in a city like this, so I would personally like to see this reinforcement force plod off in this general direction. Maybe a bit of scouting. But yes, I think we probably will just take on these guys in the field because even if we lose the mine army very well, these are basic actually. These are terrible. Terrible units. Temple Guard, I'm guessing, aren't so bad. They do come with a nice bow, which is lovely. A gift to the gods as I cut their heart out and leave it for the sun god, which is probably more of an Aztec thing. I can't remember at this point, but that is a good general to take on, actually. And the Dread is slightly worrying, but only 3 will have to take it for now. Okay, we can definitely do this. I reckon this army should be able to do it by itself, but if all fails, we've got the reinforcements to take on Tikal. So, Prince Kabrakan, You need to go down. Most of his army is pretty trash, but the priests are okay, as are the temple guard. There are some jaguars among them, and some hornet throwers as well. Nothing too exciting. Oh, they are sun goddess. That's fine. So let's take them out. Then let's start with the captain, and then we'll reinforce, reset. I haven't done any commentary until for far too long. I don't know how to talk anymore. Let's just head into battle. Oh no, I remembered why I don't play the Americas very often on this. This is why we're pre-Warhammer and there is no tree breaking stuff going on. Okay, I can stand out to the trees over here and claim this flatland. It's probably what I will do then. Where is the city? Where should the city be? I'm trying to think of the map right now. You know, it's fine. This is the spot I'm going to go stand in anyway. Although, what about this side? This is, yeah, a bit more, few too many trees, not quite so flat. You know what? Let's have nice even battleground. We'll set up over here. So it turns out that the reinforcements are coming from right at this corner of the map, which is probably not the worst thing in the world actually, because we do have a hill advantage. They're going to come to us. Only slight issue is these chaps coming from the rear, but we'll keep an eye out for them. We've got plenty of clearing behind us in order to see them coming. And are they going to come to us? Well, I don't mind if they're not for the time being. We'll just, if they're going to wait around, we'll pick off their friends. Okay, so they are attacking from the flank then. Mine archers need to go down. We'll just shoot them down like that. Some hornet throwers are coming in. Probably best to just shoot at those chaps. These guys aren't really close enough yet, so we can just focus all of our arrow fire on them. That'll be absolutely lovely. I'm not sure if we ever get onto loose. We are on loose, but it's not very loose. Unfortunately, we're now horneted, which I believe is a technical term, meaning that the hornets are murdering us. So, time for you guys to head in. We'll just get the jaguars on top of all of those chaps. That's fine. Hopefully sheer numbers is enough. We've now got hornets on the jaguars as well. Not ideal, but at the very least, we have cleared them out. Good. There's hornets all over all of us, but they are running away. You guys just charge in. Those are just some javelins. We've got the trash at the front, as you can see, and we've got some of the slightly better lads, the jaguars, at the back being stung by the hornets. So yes, that should be okay. Now this charge down the hill was useful, but I'd rather we get back into position. Get yourself into a line. Good. And where my hornet throw is, who do you want to throw into? Throw into those jaguars, please. That would be ideal. And at this point, yeah, they're charging. So time to get my charge in best I can. Okay, so this is a little bit like Troy at this point, where we're just all infantry. I'm not really used to this style of battle, but we'll have to see what we can do. Got all the archers in the world. My main issue here is that we're likely to have all of our men rout, which I suspect is quite likely to happen. So we're still eager right now. We're trying to get around the back. It's hard to see what's going on because people are full of hornets everywhere, and that means they're flashing, so I can't tell anyone's routing whatsoever. You're supposed to be getting around the flank, so please continue to do so. The hill, hopefully, is giving us a nice advantage, but we might well struggle against some of these guards or some of those units. They're routing, which isn't ideal. Hornet throwers into the Supreme Chief if you can, in any way, shape or form. Wouldn't mind him having a bit of a terrible day. And I don't know what's going on at this point. It's just a massive melee of doom. Yeah, so we've got lots of hornets having an interesting day. Fire arrows, I think, are doing a good job. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know. So. I feel like we're losing, actually, quite badly. Oh, 21 to 44. Okay, we might have been doing badly, but I think at this point we have at least taken a fair few out, but I suspect the morale is going to be our main issue. They're impetuous. Yeah, I feel like we've lost a lot, actually, in terms of our actual front line. This is kind of the problem. It's all just going to melt in one very quick maneuver, I suspect. I feel like we're doing better on this flank. Yeah, actually, we just need to get everyone in to this general at this point. It's kind of our only chance at all. I honestly, the flashing things are quite confusing. I might try and avoid. Well, I said try and avoid using the Hornet Thrower. It's kind of no choice but to use whatever I have. Okay. That's probably the end, isn't it? I imagine it is. No idea who was our leader. But if we have any chance of taking out their general at this point, that's probably what we're going to have to do. Because I have no idea what's going on. I think we're still running away at this point, which is bad because you die as soon as you leave. Oh, the red line of death is literally you're dead, 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 dead. Don't run away. Oh, well. Well, I guess the reinforcements are going to be needed. What we killed 57. The worst thing is, yeah, the actual kills has been pretty equal. It's just morale. Morale is the issue here. The general, it's a bit of dread, unfortunately, is going to have won them the day here. We are indeed under attack from the Apaches then. The city of Tongva up in the very northwest of the map here is under assault, and while we have the numbers, I certainly think he has the advantage. We did the plaza though, so we'll be able to make use of that. Fortunately, not an awful lot of infantry, and by that I mean we've got 2 units of infantry. Probably should have thought this better, actually. Thought this through a little bit more. The dog soldiers, I seem to have in my mind, are alright, but they're probably not. We'll have to see what we can do then. We'll hold them off the best we can. We'll see how much damage we can cause. Hopefully, taking out the general will win us the battle, but it's going to be very, very tricky indeed. The longer we can hold them off of the plaza, the longer we can cause some bad damage. I do remember playing as the Apaches many years ago. I enjoyed that campaign, but my days their army was not that strong, and certainly they're not as good as the more southern units. So yeah, there are some pretty poor units in there, but mine are pretty terrible as well. Let's just see if we can manage to do it. Hopefully the plaza will be okay. Let's it in. And in we go to battle then, and of course we're not really in a town, we're just in a camp, which is a little bit bizarre in some ways, but they do still function essentially as buildings that block the way, so it's not like people are going to be flowing through these little huts and whatnot. Where are they? Oh, they're over there. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. The thing is, how far over there can we get? We can stand over there. That might be a decent place to get a few arrows in. So we'll stand over there. We'll get some of those lads running into that direction. That'll be marvellous. And these guys are... Oh, I don't even know what we're going to do. We're just going to hope, basically. So we've got a few lads sort of standing around. We have a lot of missiles and not a lot of plaza to stand on, which is not particularly ideal. But we have the native warriors and the general Apache and Braves over there. Now, there's quite a few over this side, at least 4 units over to this flank. So I probably want to keep everyone in position just to block those little entrances to the city to the Plaza of Doom, I suppose. Yeah, okay, we're going to get masses of volleys in these. We're not on skirmish, by the way, so we're hoping we can just take them out. We are going to struggle badly in all of these angles, but the more damage we can do with the missiles, the better, probably. So the Apache scouts are slowly getting picked off, but they are starting to really fly in at this point, so we'll have to see how all of this goes. Now, which side are we more likely to succeed in? Probably that side over there, but honestly we're going to lose both battles, I imagine. We've got ourselves some good fire arrows coming into their flank. They're still okay. Actually, we might well win that battle. We might well win that one, which is something. But this is now starting to break. You are the guard position, chap. So can we get you over there as well, actually? Just long enough for you to throw some javelins in to the war chief, if at all possible. You get yourselves over there. They're just going to hold position. Likewise, same sort of nonsense going on over here. They're missiles. Can you just shoot into the back of these guys? That would be lovely. How are we doing on this side? I think we're going to win this side. Yeah, oh no, no. So that's us breaking. That's us breaking. Oh dear. No, we're terrible. I forget about this. We might well be big trouble actually. Bashing Braves, come on, throw in your javelins. Someone do something to this war chief. He's just not going down. The main reason I'm using fire, by the way, is obviously just to break them, but it's not really going to work on the generals, so I'm not sure that's the most sensible thing in the world. Okay, I think at this point we need as many of our men as possible to be on this plaza, really. But I guess we're just going to have to fall back onto the plaza as and when we do. We're just going to shoot into their flank as much as we can. So we'll throw some javelins into these guys. You guys shoot into there because they're coming in your general direction. You shoot into those chaps. They're missile guys, so they're just getting on the high ground to shoot us down. General's unit is getting shot at. He hasn't thrown nearly enough javelins in at this point. So that's a little bit irritating. Are you actually in hand-to-hand combat? You are. You should be. I was about to say they should be okay, but they're clearly not because they have given up. Perfect. Okay. You're shooting in there. You're shooting in there. There's only so much we can do. 52 to 51. This is so tight, but the routing is going to cause us so many problems. Albeit, of course, in the end, we're going to find ourselves back on the plaza. And at that point, at the very least, we can hold position. Okay, you guys get yourselves onto that hill instead. I suppose that will do. Onday men, are they the good ones? Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? Okay, well, this is just as much damage as we can do now, really. At the very least, hopefully we would have done a good amount of damage if we managed to lose. If we... Anything's a victory at this point, and we've just got to hope that we've done enough damage if we don't win. Yeah, you get yourself on that head as well. They are steady. Those are fighting us. Right, that's in the rear. That war chief's at a 20. Okay, not terrible. We could be doing worse against them. Apache and Braves aren't that strong. We've got the same kind of thing. Hard to tell who's murdering who right now, but most of the units back here are at least on their plaza. They are fighting for their home, and thus they should hopefully carry on fighting to the death. These guys are outnumbered, so we have managed to kill the Onday's men, which is probably for the best. How are we doing? 69 to 63. Slightly gone in their favour recently, but I guess we'll just have to keep on fighting. See how this goes. We'll just start speeding this up at this point because there's not a lot more we can do. Shooting some fire into the back of them. They're going to charge us. We might as well just hit them from there and hit them from over here and just see if we can cause some breaks in their flanks, because that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. These native warriors aren't too busy. Who are you? There's still 3 of those Onday's men fighting, which is kind of ridiculous. Which means these guys have now broken. Like old men, not like old women. 85 to 69. We've just got to get as many back on this plaza as possible and just see if we can hold with what remains. But I suspect we're getting chopped down to the last at this point. Bit of a shame. They're not breaking. That's our main chance. Actually, everyone on this general, that's the only chance we have, is breaking that general. Unfortunately, those heavy infantry units are near impossible to kill with anything other than cav, and I have no cav. So we're going to try and get on him, but we haven't got an awful lot left to do it with. Come on, let's see if we get lucky. Our leader! No! We're so close to killing their leader. He's right there, down to 10, but in the end, sadly, this means that our sneak attack on the Apache isn't going to quite come off because, yeah, they'll have a second town. However, with any luck, the last Steve has fallen. We've done quite a lot of damage, so hopefully we can at least strike back. But yeah, those numbers don't look great, do they? 312 remain. Unfortunately, a general will recharge. That's a bit of an issue. And the Spanish are going to poke us as well. That's really not what I want to see. And oh dear. Honestly, I'm not sure there's an awful lot we can do against the Spanish, but I'll tell you what, let's... Oh gosh. Conquistadors, sword and buckler men, crossbowmen, culverines, cavalry. Oh dearie lammy dear. You know what? We're going to lose this, but let's hit it anyway. let's see what this looks like before we end up for the day. Honestly, I'm just going to send in my native warriors to charge at some of these guys at this point because why ever not? I don't think we land any damage with their level of armour, so we might as well just charge in, see if we can do anything at all. Oh, they're running away. Oh yeah, they're kind of skirmishy, aren't they? Okay, well now we're massively out of position. Yeah, Conquistador! Chop me down. Can we kill a horse? Kill the horse. We killed a horse! Yes, if nothing else in this campaign, ladies and gents, we have slaughtered an horse. Marvellous news. So, charge in! And that is the end of everything. Oh dear, we're in a lot of trouble. But, oh dear, we'll try and shoot down what remains, but I suspect the Spanish are going to cause us a number of problems on this campaign. Oh, shoot down the New World Bodyguard! Slaughter him. 52 men lost. I would say that's a victory of sorts. Oh dear. Well, I'll be honest, this could be going a little bit better. We had very nicely well-laid plans, and they're not exactly going to plan. However, outside Chihuahua, we should at least be able to take on one set of men next time. That would be nice. Don't think they can make it to Picticin anytime soon. So, yeah, we're going to have to mop up around Chihuahua. Maybe, I don't know, maybe have to take out that... I don't know what we're going to do. Oh no, maybe Water Palm. I think we might actually have to send the lads of Water Palm up to help us at this point, because I think we're going to struggle without an extra force. So that is unfortunate, because I wouldn't mind being able to hold this at a later point, but I think we'll have to fall back to the Rio Grande and the Mississippi to sort of try and structure our move after this. But let's just focus on killing the Apache first, I think. At least Pulpo's alright for the time being. We still have one or two of the town. Oh, we have 3 turns still surrendered there. I need to do something about that. They haven't headed in just yet. I think we're alright at Tikal. I think we'll be able to do that. And we are heading on to Campeche right about now. So you never know. This is going to end so badly. I normally feel at the start of these rebel campaigns, yeah, I know I can do this. That's absolutely fine. Not so much this one. Partly why I chose it. It does feel a little bit brutal. I think on the Britannia campaign you sub like 4 settlements, so that one doesn't seem the best, but at least you're on a more equal footing with the troops. These are troops I'm not very used to and are frankly terrible. So until we have a general, we're really going to struggle. We need to get a general, and that is such a crucial thing for us. So we've got to find a way of making that happen next time. But for now, I will leave you. Oh dear, this isn't going to end well. I will leave you for now. I'm Thomas, this is To Nerds to Human, and this has been our America's Rebel campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye. Today we're going to go for particularly aggressive diplomacy. Oh yes, it worked. Kablamo! You were always going to die, Steve. Oh! My feudal knights! My crispy, crispy feudal knights! The ram's burning! Right at the death!